and welcome to episode 31 of Keeping It Real with T and L. I'm here with Coach Lori. Today we're here with one of our common guests. You guys all know this is Coach Tim.
All right. Awesome. So today we are going to talk about the Once in a Lifetime Weight Loss Challenge that's coming up. And then we're also going to talk about some of the in the works programs that we're rolling out next. So we're really excited to give you some insight on the challenge that starts Monday, August 4th. And then the next two will be rolling out the next 3 to 6 weeks. So got a lot going on, guys. Yeah,
that's great. Exciting stuff. So for those who follow us closely on social media and to our members here, I'm sure you've probably seen the emails or the post about the Once in a Lifetime Weight Loss Challenge. That is what we are going to be talking about today. But before we dive in, I'm going to let you guys know we only have 2 spots left. This is filling up fast, and this starts Monday, August 4th, literally next week. So we're, what is that, 5 days out?
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
So right now is that this is that last call, and truth be told, that those 2 spots will probably be filled by Friday. So you guys are going to have to make a decision now, and hopefully this podcast will help you make that choice. So let's start talking about it. So Tim, fill us in on how you even came up with this small group program.
Yeah, this was one. Lori's cousin Vinny came into the gym after going through some hard times in life, and he was kind of getting started, us having trading notes with him on some of his training styles after his 40 plus years of training in the gym. It was something where his style was very different. And so we were starting to trade notes on learning things from each other. You know, I was looking for those great opportunities to learn from people as knowledgeable as he is. And so that was something that was really exciting as we're going through. And one day we were just sitting down chatting, and he was coming around to making that commitment of getting back to his own fitness and his own health after he let it go for a couple of years. Some things going on in his life. And so he's coming back focused and prepared to get back into great shape and everything. And as we're doing that, I said, "Hey, Vinny, how would you feel about bringing some people with you?" And he said, "Oh, that would be great." And so what we decided to do is that Vinny's going to take you on his comeback journey with him. And that's something that not too often you get a trainer that's actually on their own comeback journey with 40 plus years of experience. It's like, what an opportunity to get people out there and to have somebody who's, yes, he's got the knowledge and the training, and he's been through it. So he has all the experience you need, but he also understands what you feel like if you're coming in fresh off the couch or whatever it is. And so that's something that, and he's worked with amazing athletes too. So no matter what level you come in, he's ready to work with you. But it is something that's I feel like it's a one-time opportunity to be able to train with somebody who's actually on their own comeback journey, but has such a treasure trove of knowledge that he's built up over the years. And just, it's amazing when you talk to him, he knows a lot.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. So that's where Once in a Lifetime comes, because it'll repeat every 13 weeks. But it's not like Vinny's ever going to go back and just start over. So he's going to...
One comeback journey for Vinny.
One comeback journey, just like for some of you. Like some of you are close to a finish line, but there's a few more laps to go. And now you've got Coach Vinny and 5 other people in the group with you. Ty and I are going to be putting a lot of support and extra help into it. Brandy will be checking in with you once a week. Like, we're honestly going to make sure that you have all the support that you need through this 13-week journey, because my goal is that, as you know, MetFix Method puts out these specialized groups that, like, for anyone that needs to lose weight, this is the last program you'll ever need, right? Like, as far as the food goes, like, Ty's like, "Hey, I can't get past this plateau. What do I do?" And I'm talking about his food, and I'm like, "Gotta cut this out. This is why we have to cut it out," right? So you're gonna be like, "Oh, when I eat fruit or something with seed oils, I'm always hungry again right away, or I keep eating, or I keep storing fat instead of using it." And when you understand what the body's doing, then it clicks, and now you're in it because you're working out hard 3 days a week, and now you know what to eat and why, and what not to eat and why, and you're looking your best and you're feeling your best. And the difference between the blood work you'll bring in to show me at the beginning and at the end, and your psyche at the beginning and the end, and your scale weight at the beginning and the end will be like blindfold. So pretty excited.
Very cool. And so something that Lori and Bochin had mention, and I'm just going to kind of go on of why this particular program is actually based probably one of the best things out there right now. So, number one, as Laurie said, you're going to be working out 3 times a week with a coach. So, that's already kind of a locked in thing. Usually, once people begin working out 3 days, that's usually that sweet spot to where we start definitely seeing some changes. Now, the other thing I like about this weight loss challenge as compared to, like, let's say, like the RP strength weight loss challenge or some of these more common ones that we usually hear about is you won't be trying some diet and then 6 weeks in and you haven't lost like you've only lost like 2 pounds and you a lot. That's usually what happens when you do these online things. You're going to have a coach with you like week 2. If there's no change, we're going to be able to literally pull you aside and dive in if they say, hey, just like what Lori said, we can ask them exactly what is your food been? When are you eating? And we're going to be literally diagnosing if you aren't getting that result, as opposed to you killing yourself for 4 weeks. And then this whole time, God forbid, you didn't know you have insulin resistance. And now you're like, why can't I lose weight? And you're stuck. So having having a coach with you the entire way, it's going to prevent the plateaus that comes. The other thing is that the coach is going to be able to see when you're feeling at your best. He'll be able to speak with you and be like, what are you doing differently? What are you eating? And you're going to start to learn some of the foods that actually help you in your performance. All these are things that you usually don't get firsthand. So that is what separates this program. And like I said, if I had 50 pounds to lose, this would be amazing. And again, Tim, having Coach Vinny be willing to get involved, someone who is willing to go through it with you, who's going to look at you and not see someone out of shape, who's going to look at you and see a partner who he's trying to help. That's you are not going to get that anywhere else. So honestly, like I said, I'm honestly glad that Tim that you came up with this and that fixed method from by Lori was willing to push this out quick. Like we've been moving on. So very cool.
And something you said there that was when you're talking about the differences of one program to the other. Um, I'm not too big on jumping into any other programs. But one of the things that you probably haven't run into before is we do see a lot of times where somebody actually gets stuck in their weight loss, not due necessarily to the food. And I know we've had liver issues and one of the types of things, Lori's been really good at finding a lot of health aspects. So what are some of the things that we end up diving into? Just a couple of examples where people might miss something.
Yeah, well, definitely the insulin resistance is the biggest one. And nobody checks for it around here unless you like really press your doctor to do so. Have a functional doctor or I'm your doctor, then we find out. And so I think when you're insulin resistant, your body is constantly in a state where anything like that can't be used for fuel quickly and efficiently, it just gets stored, right? Like, so if I'm insulin resistant and I'm like, oh, I have cassava wraps instead of bread because I'm avoiding wheat, or I had fruit and yogurt that was non-fat today with paleo granola, like I'm not realizing that all that sugar I'm putting in is all my body's working to get rid of all day, and I'm not using stored fat for fuel, and I'm storing fat and protein that I'm not using for fuel, right? I'm just going on that carb-based energy pathway to make ATP, completely unnecessary. The other thing is when people are not metabolically flexible, like their body can't, like they'll come in and they'll have good carbs, a big old salad and salmon and all this stuff, and then they've burned through the carbs. Then the body knows how to take from the fat, right? The ketones or the other pathway that goes in to make the ATP. And then when they become metabolically flexible, you'll see them make gains in their strength and their performance and losses on the scale, right? They're gonna lose weight. The other thing is straight backed up liver. Like whether you drink a ton or a little bit, or you're out here in fire season breathing in all the crap, or you're going out to eat a lot and getting all the horrible oils and stuff, that cheap stuff that's in all the pre-made food, your liver's like, instead of this beautiful sponge, like it's, you bring it out every day, it's just sitting in a bucket of water drowning. And then you're not detoxing well, pushing things out. And when you can't detox, toxins store in the fat cells, then you get bigger, more inflamed. So these are just 3 of the most seen examples that I can.
One of my clients I was working with was having some issues and got stuck in the weight loss. And We talked to Lori about it, got her on a liver cleanse, and she dropped like 14 pounds
She,
shortly after. And so it is things where sometimes it's not just, most people know about the insulin resistance, different things, but there's that. And we've had some issues with toxicity to heavy metals and different things like that. But sometimes it's like having somebody to help you unwind those problems is something that's very unique that we have people with that expertise. So that's something that maybe it's definitely, if you look at the overall, there is something that there's something you delve into to find the way. So if things aren't working, there's a way to make it work, but you just have to know what could be going on there. So that's important on that.
It's important to remember, like, you have control of your health. I mean, a doctor might tell you, oh no, you just have to take this blood pressure medication to fix it. No, that's not fixing it. It's not even helping it. It's low key managing it by blocking other things. But why not fix what's causing the blood pressure and your food? and yeah, it doesn't have to be that complicated. And we want to make it simple for you so that you don't feel overwhelmed by it. And then, like, spoiler alert, if you're not sleeping regularly or much, that'll stall your weight loss too, especially with the hormones. So things that you'll find out, and you'll have all of us monitoring you throughout the 13 weeks to make sure that any, ugly roadblock that rears its head, we take it out before it can make you feel like you've lost a work in progress.
Literally, guys, what Lori just laid out, like, that is the true value of what separates this program, but not only what separates this program, but what separates MetFix Method and what separates our gym from the other gyms out there. We're looking at health completely differently. We're not just calories in, calories out. That will work at a certain time, but as we've learned, as the body changes, there is sometimes you need to do a much deeper dive. And Lori has the knowledge to do that deep dive, and she has a list of clients who she's obviously found out what their problem was and solved it for them. And that's huge, is that you are going to be speaking with coaches who could actually solve your problem. We're not just throwing quick symptoms. We're looking to fix those causes. Very cool. Glad that we got to talk about that. That was a great question, Tim.
Yeah. Went off script there, but throwing it out there.
No,
That works.
just keep going. So should we ask the question that people are asking? How is this program different from a CrossFit class?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the actual training that goes 3 days a week.
It's a great question. So developing this program, Vinny's gym and his expertise was actually in bodybuilding. He has somebody who just, I think it was a week or two ago, just won a pro bodybuilding show. And so that's something where, not too many people can say that. He's had a number of people that have been up in that kind of ranks over the years as far as, competing at a high level. And so that's something that when I looked at bodybuilding, one of the reasons I really wanted to learn from Vinny is because what we think of when we're doing stuff like bodybuilding movement and CrossFit is accessory work a lot of times. And so bodybuilders are in many ways the king of accessory work. They're doing accessory work for every part of the body, trying to get each piece to match and all that. So we use a lot of the accessory work to build stable, healthy joints and different things like that. And so this is one of the things is we're looking at having a great place for people to start with building up healthy joints and working through things. And Vinny is a stickler for the technique. I've worked with him. He writes me after I've been doing stuff for, ever since I was about 10. So
50 years.
50 years. Okay. So I started lifting weights about 50 years ago. So yeah, so that's something where, having somebody who's really detail oriented and working with that, and then knowing how to work and to develop the joints. But then we also work together to build it into something that's going to help your weight loss. And so we're dealing with a lot of combinations of exercises that are going to keep you kind of up into that fat burning zone more of the time of the workout. And then the cardio portion is also something special that you're going to grow to love. And so with something we worked on a little bit on how we're going to do combinations of different exercises to keep you up in that burning zone for a while. And it'll be a really great effort and a great way to develop that, just doing combinations of we've got some of the bikes and rowers and different things, sleds and all kinds of things that you'll get introduced to. So it's going to stay interesting, but at the same time, it's gonna really work you. I did one of our cardio workouts actually yesterday, and I had a great workout after my 50 years of working out hard. It's still like, okay, that's gonna burn some fat. That's fine. Yeah, but it's also something you'll be able to scale to any level. So
And you've got the cable machines that you've turned rigs into actual
yeah,
cable machines. We should talk about that because that's going to be new for our members that are coming in and for people walking into this gym, right?
yeah, so there's the old reference to MacGyver that I get a lot of times. So I created my own cable systems because of the um, just the desire to be able to have our options, but also to be able to keep floor space and all of that. So it's something we're doing that. So I put together some cable systems here, and so they're working great. Vinny said that work as well as the cable machines at the gym they have there. So we're right on track, and so everything's ready to go for you. But yeah, utilizing some of the cables allows us again to get into a lot of different joint angles and things to help stabilize, strengthen the joints. And the other thing it's going to do is help shape and tone the muscle, everything dialed in. But it'll kind of have a little bit of um, the bodybuilding background that Vinny's trained with a little bit, and some of the things that we've worked on together. So you're going to see a mix of some different stuff there, but it'll be a great workout for you. And everything is designed to help you reach those goals.
Awesome. I would say that one of the other ways that this program is different from CrossFit is some of the perks that you guys get from just being a part of the program. Number one, you're going to be able to get constant staiku checkups to check up on your progress. That's usually one staiku is cost $50. Those who are in the program are obviously getting one at the start. They're going to be getting probably one midway through, and then one more at the end. So that's already a value of $150 just going out right there. Not only that, you're going to have the cooking class. So as me and you all know, if you were to do like a normal cooking class at an actual commercial kitchen and go through that whole process, we're probably talking about $185 to over $250. That cooking class comes with the program where you're going to learn tips on how to food prep and some of those amazing, not not only the tips on how to food prep, but things that you could cook nice and quick that taste good and fall within your actual plan. And then the other thing that you guys are going to get is the, like we spoke about it, but I'm going to say it again, the constant checkups with what you're eating. You have that accountability. With your CrossFit class, yeah, of course, yeah. When you're here with us, we may ask you, hey, how's your diet, or how's this or how's that? But usually it's in passing, or we're more concerned about the fitness side. With this, it's going to be everything. Yes, we're concerned about the fitness, but we're going to make sure that you are eating the right foods. If you had a day that you slipped up, we're going to find out why. We're going to dig into what might have caused you to have that slip up, how we can fix it if it were to come up again. Those are the things that you're going to get with the program that you usually wouldn't get with your typical hour-long CrossFit class. So that's those are just some of the separating factors or some of the extra benefits. You know, is there any others that you want to throw
I
out?
love that you brought it up because behaviors, food addictions, food noise, things that make it difficult to get on a plan and stick with it are a factor for a lot of people. But it's not only us helping you through the behavior aspect of food, but giving you a plan that is sustainable for life. So some programs are like for 6 weeks, we're going to get fish and asparagus.
Yeah.
No,
No.
not this right. No, it's real nutrition. And like you said, if I can give you 4 things to put in the oven at the same time and cook at the same temperature and just pull 2 things out a little sooner than the other, and then you've got like 3 days worth of food, doesn't get any better than that.
Oh.
And it falls within your plan because we have really good 2 plans that we're going to work and curtail to everybody's specific needs. Because the same way you eat to fix health problems and lose weight is the same way you eat to have a healthy life and not get overweight. So it's not like, should never be this complicated, right? It should just be like, hey, how do I eat if I want to live to be 90 and get up off the toilet by myself? The
Exactly.
way you eat when you don't want to be 50 pounds overweight. The same way you eat when you're battling cancer. The same way you eat when you have an autoimmune disease. It's all the same. And we're going to make it so enjoyable to help you think outside of the upside down food pyramid box that we've been placed in for our lives. Really, all Maybe when did it come out? The food pyramid.
Pyramid.
Tim's got a few more years on us.
Back on the stone wheels on my bicycle.
Tim was like, yeah, I had a rough draft.
It was like higher left of the food pyramid. You know?
Chiseling it. No, yeah, it was probably. I think it must have been about 70 something.
Okay.
I'm not sure on that one because I think I was trained something like that. It might have been before that, but it was way before it should have, and since it never should have happened.
Yeah,
it was way early. And,
yeah.
But yeah, and I think one of the things that we've touched on a little bit, and this is one of the things that I was really excited about when I thought of the concept of the program, is that we're able to bring you a team. And so this is something where now you've got a team of experts, because anytime that, if I'm going to give you my knowledge and we're going to get together and do a class and all that, then you're not going to get some of the great aspects of the other coaches there. And so we're putting together a team to create something where we can really help you in multiple ways that I think is difficult to do as an individual. And so that's something where there's more expertise because we've all had different things we've studied, different people that we've worked with that we've been able to help. And so each person can bring something different to the table. So, and there's a lot of experience there. So,
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks.
So yeah, I would honestly look at this even more than just, like I said, just a fitness program. This is almost like a full-on education, like an educational class. Like you are getting that fitness, you are learning the foods to eat, and that is something that Lori had touched on. And all I want to say is this: you're probably going to have the job that you have for 30 to 40 years, and then you won't. You're probably going to obviously have your kids your whole life, but for the most part, once they're off and on their way, you're not going to be dealing with them all the time. Guess what you're going to be doing today, and that you're going to be doing until your last day? Probably eating something. So it's something that you should probably take these 13 weeks to learn how to do right, just like you went to school to learn how to do what you're doing now. That should be the same mindset. This is a skill that I'm going to utilize every single day until I leave this earth. So I might as well learn to do it right. Now, whether you choose to follow it as time goes on, we obviously hope that you do, but the least you could do is learn it right. Just like when you were in school, you probably didn't understand the point of learning percentages and long division, but there's a reason. Just like now in our head, if you see a sign at a store that says half off, 50% off, you know exactly what that number is. There's a reason for everything. This is something that's going to be with you the rest of your life. So keep that in mind of what you're going to get out of this 13 weeks. You're going to get something that's going to guide you every day until you leave. So.
And you're going to have a blast doing it. So there's always that.
It's also fun. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it really is fun. I think today I'll do the workout you did yesterday and try that out. Still trying to up my cardio game, even though I love lifting and anything. All right. So another thing to reiterate is MetFix Method is my affiliate, and it runs within the walls of CrossFit Santa Mountain. I'm not building a second gym. We're not, doing crazy things. What I'm doing with that program is creating the small group specialty programs. And then I offer personal training, and then obviously the health stuff that I've been doing with patients for like a decade. And I need a team because I'm going to need more coaches that want to come in and help run these programs that are 3 hours a week, 13 weeks long, and repeat and keep it going. So you want to serve all the populations, right? I want to have one for diabetics. I want to have a program for people who are 65 and up. I want to have ones for women in perimenopause. But that leads us to the ones that we're working on next. So we'll start with ties, and then Tim will throw out his idea of the one he's doing for dads, and then we'll kind of give you an idea of where we're going. Where it's not that we'll always have a weight loss one, right? But we're going to have the goals to maybe have 8 or 9 different specialty programs running within these walls at times that allow for 6 people to be together with a team, and then always have a great team to support you. So,
and as we throw these ideas out, if you have something that you want, reach out to us, and we might be able to explore if there's a population out there that is in it with you, which usually there is.
Yeah.
And so we can find the people to put the program together, and we're there to support you.
Yeah. Even if you may have a group of friends like right now, like let's say there's like 5 or 6 of you who are super close, and you're like, hey, we don't really want to follow a particular program, but we want to see if there's a way that we could all come and set up a time to work out with a coach, talk to us, and we could see if we could accommodate that small group and give you guys what you're particularly looking for, whether it's a marathon coming up or whether it's some event you're going on to Everest Space Camp or Kilimanjaro, whatever it may be. Like I said, we would like if you and a small group of you guys who have the exact same goal want to work as one to achieve that goal, you could come and speak with us and we could set that up. So, like I said, we're going to be putting out the programs that we have, but we still want to make sure that we're giving you guys what we want.
Awesome.
So, speaking of programs, we're going to dive a little bit. I'm going to talk a sneak preview into what I've been kind of thinking about putting out there. Obviously, once we've officially launched it, there'll be emails with exact dates and times and everything. But I want to start the Women's Strength 13-week program. Now, unlike the weight loss challenge where we're going to meet you where you're at, kind of bring you up, I love that. And with most of my clients, that is where I'm at. But with the Women's Strength program, that is not the clientele that I am looking at this time. I'm looking for females who are already have fitness as almost a cornerstone in their life, but they may not be working as hard as they know that they can because they're not getting the push that they need. You may have been hitting some plateaus. You may be dealing with some stress, and you need something like right now where it's like, look, if I could get locked in and I know that we're going to be working out these days at these times, I will show up and I will give my all. Now, the type of female that I'm looking for, she probably is very, very naturally motivated. I would probably say that in her current career, she's probably at a very high level. I would say as someone who has confidence and doesn't need coddling as much as she needs someone to admire her current strength and explain and show how she could get to a higher level. That is the type of female that I want. She probably has a family and she's probably the one who keeps everything in the house organized. In her spare time, she probably reads books, listens to podcasts, looking at ways that she could elevate herself, learn more facts, and staying current to what's going on. That's the type of female that I am looking for. I don't usually say it, but yes, it would be a type A. I want individuals who understand that the only way to obtain true growth is by a little bit of sacrifice and a little bit of getting uncomfortable. And so, if that sounds like something that you're willing to test yourself and challenge yourself, if it sounds like you haven't had the feeling of accomplishment in a long time and you need a program that is going to get you to a level that you've never reached, if you want to work with a coach who has proven year after year that I could get women stronger, I've done it. The results speak. Every client who's worked with me has said the same thing. If you're listening and you've done barbell theory, you know what we could come up with to get you to new levels. And that's what this specific program is for. And lastly, one of the reasons that I'm looking for a certain type of client is because I want strong females to be in a group where they're pushing each other. We don't need complainers. We don't need people who are in cancer, who talk back. I'm looking for females who are like, hey, I'm here to grow. I'm here to push. And if you're with me, let's go on this journey together. Let's become strong as a group and see how far we could go. That's who I want to work with. So if that sounds like you, obviously, start checking your emails, start watching us on social media, because more information of this elite women's strength program will be coming out. And again, this is an application only. And if I do not want you in the program, when we speak, I will tell you why. I will be honest with you. We know who we're looking for. It's a certain type of individual. So if you think that's you, once you get the info, please apply. We want to get you to where you want to be stronger than you've ever been.
I love the confidence that comes with that. So I mean, barbell fury, it's made all the difference. But the confidence spilled out into all areas of your life. And as a busy mom, running two businesses and just trying to make it all fit in, like you feel proud of yourself instead of like as coaches, we're always proud of everybody else. And like we do this all the time. We just give and give because we love doing that. But then like Coach Ty's like high five, proud of you, da da da. It's feedback with each other and the women in that class because the barbell fury is men and women. but like sometimes there's 5 of us in this room just encouraging each other. And that's what we need. We need more women like encouraging each other instead of like shit talking and backstabbing each other. So I love this women's strength program from this elite mindset because I want to have more women on the same team supporting each other inside and outside the gym. And this area, we know the Bay Area, it's like cutthroat and it's like rat race all the time. So what a great time to have 3 hours a week with you and 5 other like-minded women that are supportive of each other. And like even if you just meet in that, you'll end friends. Like you'll be supporting each other through all the things. And that's amazing. I mean, I look back at life and I'm like, God, I would have killed for something like this. That would have helped me get out of that comfort zone or, oh, my back surgery is being, like the fear of doing stuff. Like, no, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to do it. And instead of saying, can I do it? I'm going to do it. And that's amazing. So I'm really excited about this.
So I gotta butt in here and just give a little shout out to Ty here because it's something where he's talking about some of the mindset and different things like that. And since Ty's walked in the doors, he's gone through a huge transformation in that I've seen, and I know he'd already gone through one before he got here. And the thing you'll see with Ty is that he is on a constant path to self improvement. So he's always building forward, and he's holding other people accountable to their building forward too. And that's something that is very unique. And I think it's very special about what this man right here does is he takes the time to put into himself to be able to pay that forward to other people. And so he's on a constant self-improvement journey. So if you want to jump in a self-improvement journey that involves strength as well as mindset, this is your guy. So
Means a lot too. Thank you very much. Seriously.
I'm always so proud of you. I mean, like, and even just from a workout perspective, you just crushed him every day. Like
they
sometimes
were sorry.
he does.
They were
Sometimes he'll be working out by himself with no one, I'll come in to start a client and he's doing this like just like super hard EMOM. And I'm like, good job. But we see you and we'll want, I mean, everybody that gets a chance to see you doing that, like look up to you and admire you. So just being able to be a part of his program for the 13 weeks is that's all you really need to say. So like you get to work with Ty, 6 of you at the same time and like literally transform your strength of body, mind, and character and go out there and put some good into the world and support one another. It's like how do you even top that? That's like amazing. Yeah.
It's like a chance to be a part of an elite team for
Yeah.
your coach, and that's a something definitely very worthwhile in your journey in life, just to find those opportunities to do that.
It's like a once in a lifetime. And I'm
It's
just going to start once in a lifetime and be like, oh, MetFix method. I recognize that now. I know what they're doing now. No, but seriously, it really is.
This isn't the last time Ty's going to improve. He keeps improving. It's hard to keep up on this.
Thanks, man. And like we said, yes, there's going to be the fitness and the mindset, but of course, just like the other programs, we are also still helping. So we are going to be going over the food, going over the right food that you're going to when you're trying to build strength, because it may be a little bit different, but it's still going to be something that we speak to and something that will be also in the foundation of this program. Because if you're willing to get your body to that new level, you're going to have to address what you are putting into it. And obviously, MetFix and what Lori does, it's still nutrition's everything. And once that's dialed in, you guys are going to see some amazing results across the board, no matter what program that you guys are involved with, mine or the once in a lifetime weight loss challenge. So I don't want you guys to just think it's just strength, and we're still going to be getting that nutritional aspect of it as well.
Unbelievable. All right, which brings us to the last talking point. So we're not going to show all the cards in there. But we're going to do I will play poker, so I totally screwed that analogy up. But you had an idea for some dads.
Yeah, so
gym.
basically I was like looking at thinking that there's a lot of people out there who got the dad bod and they really would like to have a different bod, and that's something that I'm looking at and we can utilize. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Benny about this yet, but Benny is a master in shaping bodies. And so that's something he can do. So you come in and say, hey, I've got these skinny little arms that I want to do something with. Well, we can, do something about that. And so making the changes nutritionally to get that six pack you've always wanted and kept putting off and putting off. Um, and then, to also shape the body a little bit and then, get stronger. All those things would be part of it. But it's still in the works. We don't have a real plan for that one yet, but that's one that we're just bouncing around to do something to break down that dad bod, get back to the athlete that you once were or always wanted to be.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And so something else too that I love about that is, Jim is the perfect person to be running that program because one, he doesn't have a dad bod, and he's obviously found our way to maintain a good physique for longer than most could probably do. So you're going to be, once again, we have expert knowledge here, someone who actually practices what what he preaches and can show you how he's made it this far without letting himself go. So once again, I got these programs, they are suited for an individual. And so the other thing that's cool is that you're not going to feel hopefully, I know how guys are, but hopefully for those who do start up with this, you're not going to turn this into some crazy competition with who's the best. It's number one, we have dad bods and we're trying to get fit. That's the mindset here. It doesn't mean
It's all about the before and after picture. It's who wins.
Yeah.
First of all, a 21-inch bicep ring.
Yeah.
I don't know, like this. You 25.
Already know how it goes.
And you don't have to wear the small bodybuilding swimsuit either. That's
No Speedo. Oh no.
don't have to have that.
I don't know. I'll come up with a good idea for the before and after pics, and I'll take that. But it's a full idea for they can wear. No, I won't.
No, that's
No, okay, good. I like that because I think what we haven't mentioned on any of them is that community, the community within your small group. That's huge. So if it's a group of dads working out together, and some people have dad bods before they have kids. You a group of guys. It's a guys club, right? There you go. 21-inch bicep race. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it gives them that community of like-mindedness working towards a goal and supporting each other, right? And then if some of them come from the CrossFit side into this, then they're going to be checking everybody's scores. And and that friendly banter pushes them harder, right? You're like, oh, well, so-and-so at the 5:30 a.m. class did 257-pound thing, so I'm gonna do 260.
Yeah.
But then it pushes you and you're within the limits of what you could have done had you not seen that your best friend was gonna beat you on the leaderboard that day. Whatever it takes to get people going. But the strong women community is gonna be like unbeatable. Called like Girl Boss Club. That's amazing. And then the weight loss challenge, I mean, knowing who's in it now and waiting for the last two to come fill those spots, like unbeatable.
and again, throw out your ideas. I mean, the dad bods. Is that something you want to get into? Let us know if there's something else that you're looking at. Maybe Lori mentioned, that there may be some people who are really, ready to fight diabetes or pre-diabetes or something like that. So as we have that interest developing, we'll look at creating those classes as that interest develops as well. And so we'll roll them out as we move forward, regardless of what we hear. But we're going to, if we hear an interest, we'll speed that program up and get that program out there. So if there's something you're anxious to get started with, please let us know.
So one of the things I was going to throw out to just our members and viewers, who are mostly our members, I'm 48, so my mom's like 72. Like we all have parents that are at an age where they should be enjoying life. And for like a minimum half of our parents, they're not really as healthy as they could be, as active as they could be. And if they're slowing down at 70, like they're going to need assistance at 80, right? So I really do want to get like that Silver Fox small group training, because 65 plus should be, second lease on life. Let's go. It shouldn't be like, oh, my great grandkids are really a lot of work. Like you should be enjoying everything, because in this space, in the Bay Area especially, people will commute to work all day, come back, get home, and just shut down. So they've lost any time for friends, family, fun, a date with their spouse, like going to the kids' football game because they're just like fucking tired. Like you shouldn't feel that way. We can help you not feel that way through movement, nutrition, support, community, all the things, right? And And I would love to really get the senior program going sooner rather than later. And it would be really special if we started with just a small group of our members' parents that need to come in and get back to, if we're in our 30s, 40s, and 60 respectively, and we don't have a 50s, damn it, close enough for me, late 40s. And we're like 20-year-olds running around, right? Like, you don't feel your age. You don't feel your age. I don't Botox, so I'm starting to look my age, but I don't feel my age. Damn it. I feel amazing and full of energy. And like, I have to tell myself to go to bed, wind down, stop working, stop shopping with Ashley for back to school. Like, just calm down, go to bed now. Like, because I have this energy. And it's not just because I have a focus day, it's zero sugar. It's more for just,
It helps.
midday. It's like post lunch drink. I don't know. It's a habit. But I would love to see that because it's such an underserved population. And they've spent their whole lives giving us life and things. So why are we not taking care of them too? So that's my take on that, why it's important. So give us a shout out if you have parents or in-laws that really do need to get more active. And I'm not saying I'm throwing them into like a straight up CrossFit. It'll be, again, different training for dependent upon what their body allows. But they should be squatting, walking, picking things up. They should be doing things all the time and keeping that muscle mass there so that we're not looking at like osteopenia, right? It's the muscle one. I'm so tired. Even just saying I'm just excited and happy. I'm like, no, my brain shut down. Yes, that's the one. So yeah, we want to make sure that they're with you and your kids and eventually grandkids and enjoying them and sharing stories and getting on the ground and playing with the little ones, right? And we can give that back to anyone that's willing to get in here and put in a little bit of fun as workplace. That's my heartfelt message on CC.
I love that. You have anything else that you want to add to this, Tim?
Not right now. I think, I just appreciate you all out there and, you know, and appreciate, just all the years, I've been here for almost, 17 years.
17.
Almost 17 years. And it's just, great community. Everybody has been so supportive over the years and we wouldn't be here without you. So I just love you all and appreciate everything that you bring to the table and bring to everyone else in the gym. They're here because of you as much as they're here because of us. And so I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. So that about wraps it up, guys. Again, look out coming to the social media posts and the emails about some of these small group trainings that we have. And not to sound like Uncle Sam, but we want you. So we know who you are. That's all we have today. It's been an amazing episode. As always, keep it classy. Keep it real, Sam Ramon.